Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's the CONCACAF Champions League week to start once again. This one, we began with a quite boring game, I would say, which was Cruz Azul against Pumas, UNAM, UNAM. So, anyways, they all played in the Estadio Azteca. This game was fairly boring, like I said. And I think the problem is with me is that I think I was still hungover. Like I was still had the feelings from the Real Madrid and Chelsea match. Lots of goals, lots of intensity. Like half the time I was like up, like clinching in the seats. This game really wasn't. I'm pretty sure I saw more players going off with the stretcher than Cruz Azul actually having a shot on target. We'll talk about that. Anyways, Cruz Azul against Pumas was a game that was wide open for Cruz Azul, I would say. It was basically the heavens opening up for Cruz Azul to make it through the final, but they didn't take it. They didn't really take their opportunities in this game. And that's why this game ended in a draw, a 0-0 draw. But yeah, the opportunities for Cruz Azul that they had were so priceless. I mean, 63rd minute, Ortiz, he gets sent off by kind of a dumb challenge. He gets sent off over a denial of goal scoring, and I wouldn't say that. I mean, when you look at the challenge, it really doesn't look like a denial of goal scoring. I mean, even if he passes one, like, there were three defenders. Like, even if he passes one of the defenders, there's still two. I mean, there was another one that was right in front of him. So, kind of a dumb red card. But for Cruz Azul, it looked like it was the wake-up call for them. It looked like a restart button, just project restart. But they didn't really do anything. And Pumas, they kind of defended for their life, and it worked. And it ended 0-0, and Talavera, he made a couple saves. I mean, some of the shots that Cruz Azul made were really poor, and they just went over the bar. So, that's it. It just ends 0-0. Their finishing tonight was very poor. Okay? They just needed to score one goal. That's it. Unless if Puma scored another one. But Donato was very quiet. I mean, I didn't really hear much of Pumas' attackers. So, I mean, the opportunities were there. How do I say this in a nice way for Cruz Azul's attackers? Cruz Azul's attackers were god-awful. That's a good, nice way to put it. It's not harsh, it's nice. Just god-awful. It was terrible. Now, Pumas, they did have a little penalty they were given. Diogo, he falls, and it was given a penalty at first, but the referee looks at it with VAR. Up those boys up there, they tell him to check it. He checks it. Now, he does look at one angle, and by the looks of it, it looks like it's a clean tackle. But I think, in my opinion, he should have checked that another direction, because it really didn't look like he got a clean tackle. I don't know. I felt like wasn't sure. And when he looked at the one angle and it looked like it was a clean tackle, and Diogo just didn't get tumbled down, I just knew it was not going to be a penalty. It was going to be called off, and it's called off. Anyways, like I said, for the 20th time, it ends in a 0-0, and Pumas will be heading to the CONCACAF Champions League final of 2022. Should be interesting on who is going to host the second leg. It's still up for grabs. NYCFC make a comeback somehow. Probably not, because still Maxi Morales and Maxine Chanel are still gone. So two very key players. So that's big trouble for NYCFC. Listen, if they do it, just host MetLife Stadium. okay, MetLife Stadium to just host the leg. Just do that, and then you can just get my support on going to the final. But until then, if you're playing in New Jersey and you're called New York City FC, then get out of my sight. I don't want to see you. So, anyways, Pumas move on. Still up for grabs on who will host the second leg, and yeah, should be interesting. But what wasn't interesting was this game. This game was very boring. I mean, after looking at Real Madrid against Chelsea, it was very fun, entertaining. In this game, kind of the opposite. It was just terrible. It was just a very poor Cruz Azul team trying to make goals but failing horrible. I'm gonna take the camera now to Jason tomorrow. He gets a good game of Seattle Sounders against NYCFC. Who will be the guy, the team, to go up against Pumas and the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League final, only to just lose with LAFC, Toronto, and Montreal and Real Salt Lake. So anyways, I'm going to take the camera. Back to you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Now, let's get down to business with MLS opponents. Seattle Sounders against NYCFC. Now, I didn't watch the first half. I was at work until 9 today. But what I did heard is that there was a clash, like less than 20 seconds later into the game. I mean, you're to the point where I get the intensity is high, but I mean, you're to the point where it's just silliness. It's just, I don't even know what you're thinking about. But anyways, after that, as always, it's always Seattle's chances. But there was some NYCFC opportunities. There was one from Castellanos, and he just puts it up wide. But 20th minute, unfortunately for NYCFC, Rui Diaz will just score an easy tap in. I mean, it looked like a miscommunication from NYCFC's defenders, and it's just a poor giveaway from that. Like, not a giveaway, like they didn't give it away, but like it's a poor start for them on a Cinderella comeback story. Oh, by the way, it didn't happen. Spoiler alert. So, Rui Diaz scores. That's basically it from what I remember. Second half starts. It was all NYCFC, to be honest. But yes, Santiago Rodriguez scores in the 51st minute. But I mean, yes, I get it. NYCFC made a lot of chances, but second half belonged to Stephen Fry. Made a lot of great saves, kept his team alive, and I mean, him against Talavera, it's gonna be a fun one. But I mean, I don't know, maybe Talavera's mind games as a 39-year-old guy can just pull a trick on anyone. But anyways, like I said, Santiago Rodriguez scores, but unfortunately, NYCFC, they kept on pressing forward, and they never scored. So, unfortunately for them, it ends in a 1-1 draw, and it will be the Seattle Sounders going up against Pumas. Listen, MLS teams have been doing very bad. Like, if it was 2020, Jason, I would say, oh, LAFC, I bet my money. But then they lost. This one, it could be the same, but you know what? I think I'm going to break the straw of the camel's back. Of the camel's back, not the brack. This one will break the camel's back for the curse of MLS in this tournament. The Seattle Sounders are going to do it. Pumas, I get they're a good team, but when I don't know. Like, Cruz Azul kind of exposed their weaknesses. So maybe if the Sounders do their homework and they study hard on that exam,
AP exam that's going to be like the day after the CONCACAF Champions League.
But if they just study and know how it works, yeah, they can do it. And I mean, second leg as well is going to be on Seattle's ground. First leg will be on Pumas' Estadio, I don't care, in Mexico City. Second leg will be at CenturyLink Field. I still call it that, but it is Sluman Field. So, yeah, it's going to be on Seattle's home turf. It should be really interesting. I hope it's going to be a great final because, believe it or not, second leg finals are not my favorite, okay? It should just be one leg. I don't know why CONCACAF are still like the only last team that are still doing two-legged finals. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's CONCACAF. They do their stuff. I'm not the CEO. I don't even get paid. So, yeah, it's gonna be Seattle Sounders against Pumas. Like I said, I'm going with Seattle Sounders on this one. If Pumas win, I'm gonna be mad because it's just a curse at this point. But I think, in all seriousness, I think this is an opportunity for the Sounders to finally break the camel's back, and I think they will. I mean, they got so much quality in that squad. I mean, the depth as well. I mean, they didn't really have Yamar, and even that they were still amazing. I mean, oh man, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, yes, Pumas, they get they have dinero, but I will say this for Seattle, they won't have to go against Ortiz in the first leg at Pumas Stadium, and Ortiz is a solid rock. He's a good type of guy in that defense, so that's a big leg up for Seattle. And if they take the advantage of that and they can maybe get a result, then hey, touchdown. You know what? They win. They win. They go on Club World Cup. But I don't know. It should be interesting. I hate waiting, but at the same time, AP test coming soon, so I kind of want to like cry. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Short analysis. Nothing really much happened in this game, to be honest. It was basically Stephen Fry being a brick wall, and NYCFC crying. And a pretty packed stadium, I would say. It was pretty packed. It was sold out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's CONCACAF Champions League match. I will see you guys on a couple of weeks when we talk about the final. Just that one video of the first leg, and then the second leg, because it's like a week apart. It should be fun. So anyways, guys, like I said, this has been your boy Jason, and I'll see you guys next time.